Hi, I'm Alana. Welcome to another video. In today's video, we're doing a get ready with me for church. So today I want to talk about a book called The Freudian Subject by Borch-Jacobsen, by Mikhail Borch-Jacobsen. His name is not Borch-Jacobsen. His name is Mikhail, and then his last name is Borch-Jacobsen. I'm actually going to talk about a chapter from this book, which I referenced to write the Critique of Ego Psychology section of my dissertation. So the chapter that I read, I don't have the book with me because it's playing hard to get in the library. It's for reference only and must not be removed from the library. But the chapter I'm talking about is called Ecce Ego. And so in this chapter, Borch-Jacobsen basically destroys Freud's idea of the ego using Freud's own words. So, for example, he notes that truth emerges at the site of the symptom, not from the ego's account of itself. So the ego's, what it thinks of itself and what it thinks it speaks, that's not, oh my gosh. He's saying truth emerges at the site of the symptom, not from the ego's account of itself. So ego psychology, by making the ego the agent and adaptation to reality the aim, has no way of accounting for this. So ego psychology takes the one who says I, the conscious ego, to be the one who speaks. So whereas truth itself actually emerges through dreams and symptoms and Freudian slips. And so he says he notes that it was Freud's, he says, there is no doubt, in fact, that Freud's focus on psychosis, much more than his attention to perversion, was what motivated the introduction of narcissism. And so he's saying that it was working with madness in particular, and also with Schreber specifically, that motivated Freud to come up with his theory on narcissism. And also Lacan noted that the only reason why Freud wrote in Psychoanalytic Notes on an Autobiographical Case of Psychosis, the only reason why that had his ideas about the ego, he has so much focus on homosexuality and that, was because he had not yet written his paper on narcissism. And so Lacan notes that if Freud had written his paper on narcissism when he wrote on an autobiographical case, then it would have been very different. And so Borch-Jacobsen notes that what returns from without for Freud is what turns back in the real for Lacan. Also another critique that Borch-Jacobsen makes of Freud's account of the ego is that firstly, if strengthening the ego is the aim of analysis, then if you think that the truth comes from someone's unconscious, then strengthening the ego would actually strengthen their resistance. Another critique of ego psychology Borch-Jacobsen makes in this chapter is that if the aim of treatment, he also says that the analyst's own ego therefore becomes the measure of all things, and so then the criterion of cure becomes how much the patient can conform to the analyst's ego, and so then like that can't be objective. So the cure or like treatment, successful treatment is measured by the extent to which the patient can like conform with the analyst's ego. So like the measure of cure, like the analyst's ego becomes the measure of all things. And so, thank you for getting ready with me for church today. You're beautiful, you're perfect, I love you, God bless you, goodbye.